Missouri, the good Dr. Onder.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you for being here. I'm glad my colleague got her little X clip there. Hopefully it'll go viral for her like she intended. Secretary, thank you so much for your work on just so many areas. But one of the things I wanted to highlight today was your work on prior authorization that was used too often to deny patients of the care they need. But I think what we're seeing, I'm a practicing physician, practice very little now that I'm in Congress, but now more and more we're seeing threats to patient access because insurance are allowing doctors to give patients the care they need, but then denying payment for those cares. And this isn't the usual, fight over physicians getting reimbursed. An example from my own specialty, I've been contacted by dozens of allergist immunologists around the country that United Healthcare is claiming to follow Medicare, dishonestly claiming to follow Medicare on allergy immunotherapy and reimbursement, allergy shots, and completely denying care for that very life-changing, reimbursement for that very life-changing treatment. Given the market power of United Healthcare, this will put this particular therapy out of business within, I would say, 6 months to a year if UHC's policy continues, for 45 million United Healthcare insured patients. So I think we need to watch that, not only the barriers to care up front, but if insurers can arbitrarily use their market power to deny reimbursement, that care will go away likewise. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have children with anaphylactic allergies.
Yes.
And some of them have benefited from these, these allergen
Yes.
medications. I have a son who literally lost his peanut allergy, which every doctor told him.
Yeah, that's oral immunotherapy.
Would never happen.
Yes. That's oral immunotherapy, which is relatively new, and I don't think any insurer actually reimburses for that. And then aeroallergen immunotherapy, pollen, mold, dust, and so on, that used to treat asthma, sinus disease, allergic diseases, is mostly what United right now is.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yes.
So, and I have two guys who are sitting behind me, Chris Klump and Ken Callahan, who will be interested in helping you with this. Let's get them together with your staff.
I appreciate that, Mr. Secretary. And I want to commend you, and my colleague, Representative Miller, highlighted this, your work to protect kids from mutilating transgender procedures. Of course, I think most impactful, immediately impactful, was the denial of Medicare and Medicaid reimbursement to hospitals who insist on mutilating kids, despite the science, including the recent Finland study. But one thing that really just monumental development, I think, is the executive order that President Trump transmitted last January. It had a number of components, including directing the HHS study that came out later last year, but also directed the Department of Justice to work on a bill to create strict liability for those healthcare providers who would exploit our kids with mutilating transgender procedures. I am honored to be carrying that bill in the House. It's the Chloe Kolak, Senator Blackburn is carrying in the Senate. I believe that strict liability, the ability of parents and children, young adults, to hold those who exploited them with these mutilating procedures accountable could be very impactful, just as we saw the AMA and the plastic surgeons change their position on mutilating procedures after the big verdict in New York. Do you think it's time that we be able to hold those who harm our children in this way strictly accountable?
It makes a lot of sense to me. The science is so clear that this is a harmful procedure with very little evidence of any benefits. We'll work with you on that.
No, I appreciate that. And the one talking point that these transgender doctors, I have a hard time even calling them doctors, but these quacks say is this is going to improve kids' mental health, prevent suicide.
Well, there's no evidence of that.
There's no evidence of that, and the Finland study showed that girls who are gender confused who undergo these procedures, their serious mental health issues double, and boys, they go up sixfold. So I think there's never been a good evidence, and now there's abundant evidence that we're doing more mental health harm than good.
I thank the gentleman.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Chairman.
Doctor.
His time has expired. I now recognize the gentleman from Texas.